I am going to share the 5 killers of your financial freedom that no one is talking about. Most people think it's the credit card, but it's not. Watch till the end, because the 4th and 5th points will shock you. If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to receive more transformative ideas to help improve yourself daily, because the best form of investment is what you do for yourself. Have you ever wondered why no matter how much you earn, your bank account never seems to grow? Why saving feels impossible and your money disappears faster than it comes in? It's not bad luck, and it's not just inflation. There are hidden traps, habits, and choices you make every day that quietly drain your wealth. The real danger, you don't even realize they're killing your financial future until it's too late. Let's break the silence. Let's expose the truth. The first killer of financial freedom is fear. Fear is silent, sneaky, and absolutely deadly to your financial freedom. It shows up disguised as caution, logic, or being responsible, but really, it's just holding you back. Fear is the reason you stay in the job you hate. Fear is the reason you don't start that business, invest in that opportunity, or take that leap. It convinces you to play small, to wait for the perfect time, and to avoid risk at all costs. But here's the truth. Every financially free person felt fear, but they acted anyway. It's not just about money. It's about mindset. Fear of failure, fear of looking stupid, fear of losing what little you have, fear of starting over. These fears create hesitation. That hesitation becomes inaction, and inaction, that's the true wealth killer. You may have had great ideas, promising opportunities, or bold dreams, but if fear stopped you from moving, you never gave yourself a chance to grow. And this doesn't just happen once. It happens over and over, until you realize years have passed and nothing has changed. How then do we overcome fear? 1. Name it. Ask yourself, is this fear talking, or is this a real threat? Most of the time, fear is just a story we tell ourselves. 2. Educate yourself. Fear thrives on the unknown. The more you learn about money, investing, or entrepreneurship, the less fear controls you. 3. Take small steps. You don't need to take a giant leap, just move. Action builds confidence, and fear hates momentum. 4. Change the question. Stop asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I succeed? 5. Surround yourself with bold thinkers. Fear is contagious, but so is courage. Get around people who are taking risks and building wealth anyway. You'll never fully get rid of fear, but you can stop letting it control your life. Because the real risk isn't trying and failing, it's never trying at all. And the real cost of fear? The wealth you never built, the life you never lived. The second killer of financial freedom is procrastination and lack of goal setting. You've probably heard the saying, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. But here's the truth most people ignore. Ambition without action is just a fantasy. A lot of people want to be rich. They talk about financial freedom. They dream of owning a business, quitting their job, living life on their own terms. But when it's time to act, they delay. They say, I'll start next week. I'll invest when I make more. I'll save when things settle down. They're ambitious, but lazy. And that's one of the most dangerous combinations. It's like having a Ferrari without fuel. Being ambitious but not doing anything is like having $1 million in your bank account, but you forgot the password. Or owning a Ferrari but never putting gas in the tank. You've got the potential, you've got the desire, but without direction and without discipline, your ambition goes nowhere. You end up with big dreams and an empty wallet. How then do we break the cycle of procrastination? If you've been stuck in this cycle of thinking big but doing nothing, here's how to break out. 1. Set clear, measurable goals. Stop saying, I want to be rich. Start saying, I want to save $10,000 in 6 months. I want to invest $500 every month. I want to build a business that makes $5,000 a month. Vague goals produce vague results. Clarity creates direction. 2. Create a plan. Break your goal into steps. If you want to save money, how much do you need to cut back each week? If you want to start a side hustle, What can you do today to move closer? 3. Eliminate distractions. Social media, Netflix, endless scrolling. These are dream killers in disguise. They eat your time, your focus, and your drive. 4. Use discipline, not motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Build daily habits that align with your goals, even when you don't feel like it. Set deadlines and track progress. Deadlines create urgency. Tracking your progress builds momentum and keeps you accountable. The truth is, procrastination feels harmless in the moment, but over time, it becomes a silent thief. It steals your potential, your progress, and eventually, your future. So don't let your dreams stay stuck in your head. Turn them into a plan, turn the plan into action, and keep showing up every day until the dream is real. Because in the end, wealth doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who work. The third killer of financial freedom is financial illiteracy. Let's be honest, money is everywhere, but understanding it, that's rare. And that's the problem. In simple terms, it's not knowing how money actually works. You might work hard. You might even earn a decent income. But if you don't know how to manage, grow, and protect that money, it will disappear faster than it came. Here's the harsh truth. Most people were never taught how to handle money. Schools taught us how to pass exams, not how to build wealth. We learned about algebra and history, but not about compound interest, budgeting, investing, taxes, or credit scores. So we graduate into adulthood financially blind. We sign up for credit cards without understanding interest rates. We take loans we can't afford. We spend more than we earn, and then we wonder why we're stuck living paycheck to paycheck. Ignorance isn't bliss, it's expensive. Imagine driving a car with no idea how brakes work. You might be okay for a while, but eventually you're going to crash. Financial illiteracy works the same way. You might get by until something happens. A recession hits, you lose your job, an emergency comes up, and suddenly you realize you've built your life on a financial foundation made of sand. How to become financially literate. Here's the good news. You don't need a degree to become financially educated. You just need curiosity and consistency. 1. Start with the basics. Learn how budgeting works. Understand debt, interest rates, and saving strategies. YouTube, podcasts, books, even TikTok. Financial education is more available now than ever. 2. Understand where your money goes. Track your spending. You can't fix what you don't see. 3. Learn about investing. You don't need to be Warren Buffett, but you do need to know the difference between assets and liabilities. Investing isn't a luxury for the wealthy. It's how they became wealthy. 4. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to look dumb. What's really dumb? Staying broke because you're too proud to ask. 5. Keep learning. Financial knowledge isn't one and done. It's a lifelong habit. Money isn't complicated, but when you don't understand it, it controls you. When you do understand it, you control it. So don't let ignorance be your limitation. Read the book, watch the video, ask the expert, because the difference between rich and broke isn't always hard work. It's knowing what to do with what you earn. The fourth killer of financial freedom is impulse buying. Let's be real for a second. You didn't plan to buy it, but there it was, on sale, calling your name. One click, one swipe, one treat yourself moment. And just like that, your wealth takes another hit. You're not spending thousands all at once. You're spending $10 here, $25 there, on things you don't need, things you'll forget about next week. It's not just the big financial mistakes that keep people broke. It's the small, consistent ones. The coffee you buy every day instead of brewing it, the late-night Amazon scrolling, the streaming subscriptions you barely use, the shoes you didn't plan to buy, but hey, they were on sale. We don't realize it, but these habits add up. Tiny leaks sink big ships. And if you're not watching your spending, your financial goals slowly drift out of reach. Why do we do it? Impulse buying isn't about need. It's emotional. You buy because you're bored, stressed, sad. You buy because it gives you a quick hit of dopamine, a momentary high. But that feeling fades fast, and the regret sticks around longer than the receipt. And in a world of one-click orders and same-day delivery, resisting temptation is harder than ever. How do we beat impulse spending? Here's how to take back control. 1. Pause before you purchase. Give yourself 24 hours before buying anything non-essential. Most impulses die when you give them time. 2. Stick to a list. Whether you're shopping online or in-store, have a plan. If it's not on the list, don't buy it. 3. Track every dollar. You can't fix what you don't measure. Apps, spreadsheets, or even pen and paper. Track your spending and see where your money's really going. 4. Know your triggers. Is it stress, boredom, social media ads? Identify what sets off your spending and cut it off at the source. Focus on your bigger why. Every dollar you don't waste is a dollar that can grow your future. That handbag, that tech gadget, it's not worth sacrificing your dream home, your freedom, or your peace of mind. Impulse buying feels good for 5 minutes. Building wealth feels good for life. The next time you feel that urge, ask yourself, is this helping my future or just feeding a feeling? The fifth and the last killer of financial freedom is lack of an emergency fund. Here it is, the silent assassin. The fifth and final killer of financial wealth, not having an emergency fund. This one doesn't strike every day, but when it does, it hits hard. One emergency can destroy years of progress. You're doing well. You've been saving, maybe even investing. Then life happens. You lose your job. Your car breaks down. A medical bill shows up. The economy dips, and your paycheck vanishes overnight. What do? If you don't have an emergency fund, you panic. You start borrowing, dipping into your savings, swiping your credit card, and just like that, your financial progress unravels. An emergency fund is not optional, it's essential. Think of it like this. Your emergency fund is your financial safety net. It doesn't make you rich, but it protects everything you've worked so hard to build. If you lose your income, your emergency fund gives you breathing space. It buys you time. It keeps you from making desperate choices that could wreck your future. And yet, most people don't have it, because they think emergencies won't happen to them until they do. How much should you have? At the very least, 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. If your rent, bills, food, and essentials cost you $2,000 a month, you should have at least $6,000 to $12,000 set aside. This money is not for shopping, not for vacations, not even for investments. It's not money you touch, it's money you trust to be there when life throws a punch. How do you build your emergency fund? 1. Start small, but start now. You don't need it all at once. Save 10 to 20% of your income every month and keep it in a separate high-yield savings account. 2. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer right after payday. Treat it like a bill you can't skip. 3. Cut to build. Temporarily cut down non-essentials, eating out, subscriptions, impulse buys. Funnel that money straight into your emergency fund. 4. Keep it untouchable. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't link it to your main account. Don't make it easy to spend. You don't build an emergency fund because you expect the worst. You build it so when the worst comes, you don't fall apart. Because here's the truth. Life will happen. The question is, will you be prepared when it does? Don't let these 5 killers destroy your financial future. You've now seen the 5 biggest killers of financial wealth. 1. Fear, the paralysis that stops you before you start. 2. Procrastination and lack of goals, the dream without the drive. 3. Financial illiteracy, the ignorance that keeps you stuck. 4. Impulse buying, the habit that drains your wealth little by little. 5. Lack of an emergency fund, the oversight that turns a crisis into catastrophe. Now you know. But knowledge without action, that's the 6th killer. Don't just listen. Apply it. Start small. Stay consistent. Be disciplined, and watch your financial life transform. If this helped you, like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe for more no-fluff financial wisdom. Because your journey to wealth is just getting started.